everyone, it's Marsha Baker here. I'm so excited. I've been giddy, like didn't sleep well last night because I'm just so excited about the Facebook Live today because I'm so excited about this project. But before that, I'm just going to let people pop on here, give them a few minutes to pop on. So I just wanted to share a God moment. Well, first of all, today I'm going to change my screen very quickly here. Just a second. There we go. And there's that. That's my Facebook page. That's my dad, and today is his 93rd birthday. So I woke up this morning and went, oh, we're going over there this afternoon to play bridge. He still plays bridge at 93. So, and he's just a really good bridge player. Okay, so if you don't know how to play bridge, it's a game that's a lot of strategy, and you got to count cards. And anyway, I'm mediocre at best. So hey everybody, thanks for being here. Joan and Denise and Margaret, Lorraine, Jenny, Martha, thanks so much for being here. I think Renee's around too, so thanks for that. So I'm gonna try, and Jenny, thanks for that, and thanks for being on the Tuesday Facebook Live as well. Appreciate that and your good comments. So anyway, from Jenny, you're in Kansas. Oh my gosh, like we're in Kansas. You know, what do these days? Well, I have like a lot of people in Kansas City area. So one of these days I'm going to have to just jump over there. Anyway, I need to get back to my dad's birthday because there was just such a God moment in this whole thing. So, okay. So I decided I had to make the cake, right? So I'm making one of my Marsha's famous apple cakes, okay? And okay, first of all, we know that I am not the best cook in the world, right? And I'll get back to that later. But anyway, so I'm thinking I keep the big, when we get like pecans and walnuts and stuff, I keep them in the freezer in the bottom drawer. And I'm thinking I've got this huge bag, but I'm probably, bought that back in like, 2004, and we used it up, years ago. So there's no pecans, and I am just going, the cake is just not that good without pecans. Okay, and a lot of times the cake is just not that good because I made it, but I'll get to that. Anyway, so I open up my cookbook, and there is a bag of pecans that's not even expired. So is that such a God moment? Like, He will meet your needs and give you provision. So I am just thankful that we have pecans this morning. So pecans are in the apple cake. So just flabbergasted, like, why would there be a bag of pecans in the cookbook? It's one of those old Betty Crocker cookbooks with the red and the white check, gingham backgrounds that my mom gave me when we got married like 39 years ago, and I still use the apple cake recipe. So anyway, so there's that. So cooking is just kind of a challenge for me. I get distracted. I'm like one of those people that think like, oh, okay, I got the hamburger on the stove. I can go fold laundry, and then when you come back, it's like this, just black charcoal because I burned it. That's the way I roll. Like even this morning, okay, I'm gonna just make a little confession. Okay, so maybe you cooking people can tell me if I messed up. So like I got all the I like put the dry ingredients together, and first thing I did was I creamed the butter and the eggs instead of the butter and the sugar. So and then I added the sugar. So hopefully that's not gonna mess things up. But then I couldn't remember if I put the baking soda in. Teaspoon and a half. So I put another 3/4 of a teaspoon in. So either it has 3/4 of a teaspoon, or it's got a teaspoon and a half plus 3/4 of a teaspoon. So I don't know. You think it's gonna mess things up? I don't know. Anyway, but the thing that I have going for me, so I'm just looking at the comments here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. So thank you for all those good, lovely birthday wishes. So anyway, I'm not sure. Okay, Renee, I will check with you in a second because she's sending me a message. Anyway, I just want to make sure we get the thing right. So, all right. Anyway, so back to my birthday story. So the beautiful thing about this is the cake doesn't turn out right. He will probably not notice. Not because he's 93. It's because he's been living with my mother for 70 years. My mother is, hands down, the worst cook in the world. And she will tell you. So if she's watching this, she's not having any not hurting her feelings at all. And so the beautiful thing is that she taught me everything I know. So I am the second worst cook in the world. So my mother was a is a children's author. She's not writing so much anymore. Oh, so thank you, Joan, for the Joan sent a recipe. So if you want the homemade apple cake, there you go. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Just like gone, whatever. So anyway, I just thought I would share that God moment that we have pecans in the cake, so it's all good, and hopefully it's going to be okay. And then I put it in the cake in the oven too late. So Randy Baker is saving my bacon by taking the cake out of the oven. So it's all good. So it is all good. So how are we doing today? So, oh my gosh, so January 15th already. So I'm just looking at the comments, making sure I'm not missing anything. So I want to talk about our project. Okay, so the 100-day project is coming up. So last year, Richard did 100 days of drawing. Annie Velaton, I think, I remember, kind of illustrated a Bible, and he thought, and they're just very simple line drawings, and so he wanted to do that. And then last year I did, of course. Do I have it at my fingertips? No, I don't. And I feel like if I pull it out of my pile, my whole pile is going to fall down. So, nope, sorry. But I did 100 days of icons. Don't have that. Anyway, and this year I decided I'm just going to do really quick little verse, because last year it took me a really long time. So I am going to illustrate 100 verses in 100 days, and I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to do it a day. So that's all I can do. So not a fancy thing, just a line drawing, simple, get her done. So that's what I'm doing. But I just thought... Oh, I was saying my mother wrote books. Margaret, thank you. Yes, my mother is a children's author. Her name is Nancy Polette, P-O-L-E-T-T-E. And she writes children's books, and she writes a lot of professional books. She was a librarian for years, so she's very into that and not into cooking. So, and I am very into art and not into cooking. And I know I've told you this before, but my husband's best compliment that he has ever given me is that, he says to me, honey, you have, in all the years you've been cooking, you've never made us sick. So I recognize that for the heartfelt compliment that it was, not the insult that most women would have taken it for. So anyway, all right. So, okay, let's get back to the 100-day project. So, are you ready for this? Ooh, ta-da-dum. All right, so I got 100 Pantone postcards. So Pantone is the coloring system that we use. So basically, so if I am a graphic designer and I want the background to be yellow, I will tell him Pantone 100. I will tell the printer I want Pantone 100, or, anyway, so there's anyway, they have more than 100 colors, but here's the 100 postcards. And I just think it would be so fun if I mailed you one of these and you doodled a verse on it and mailed it back. And then on the back, you're going to write your name, and then you're going to write why you chose the verse that you chose. And I'll get to how to choose the verse and all of that. Lori, I am so with you. I'd much rather be crafting than cooking. So anyway, would that just not be the most fun project? So you can participate in the 100-day project, but all you have to do is one day. And so I'm just going to randomly send you a color. I think we're down to 85 cards left, because I posted this on my Etsy shop. So I am asking for a small donation fee of $3.50, because by the time you get postage and envelopes, and then I'm going to have somebody help me. I'm going to have a project coordinator help me with this. Her name is Jen. So you might be hearing from Jen. She might be sending you an email if we haven't heard from you. Or if you have any questions, send it to Blessings, and maybe either Jen or I will get back with you. But anyway, so we do have a project coordinator, and she will be the one that's posting your cards. So, all right, so so the first thing there is, actually, you can probably get yours in color, but actually, let me switch over. There's my dad again. So, where did it go? There we go. I made a page, the 100-Day Project 2021, and it has all the guidelines on it. So I'm going to go over those guidelines. So here's go to Blessings, get a card, and then I'm going to mail them. As soon as I will mail them the day that you order. Okay, unless you mail it at midnight, this is going to go out first thing in the morning. If you anyway, if you go to Etsy at midnight, I will mail them first thing in the morning. You're going to find a verse and doodle it, and I'll go over that, how you do that. And then you're going to use a pre-stamped envelope, which I will show you that in a second, and put it back in the mail. And then starting on the 31st, you can watch all these awesome cards to be posted. I just cannot wait to see the amount of creativity in the group. I'm just like giddy excited. So, all right, so there we are. All right, so so what you will get. Let me just all right. So so it's on this page, but also I've posted the document as a file in the Facebook group, and you will also get another copy of it when you with the envelope. Okay, so what you're gonna get. So what you're gonna get in Johnny, tell them what they're gonna get. So overhead, let's go overhead. There we go. So all right, so let's say you get this card. I'm just being random. And so you're going to get this envelope. It's going to have your name on it, right? And then it's going to have another envelope with postage on it. This one doesn't, but this will have postage on it. So all you have to do is pop it, throw this one away, do your card, put it back in the mail, and then send it back to me. So you don't even have to go to the post office. Just put it in your mailbox. So you'll have the envelope. It'll be postage paid. You'll have the card. You will get an instruction sheet just in case you forget, and I'm going to send stickers, so you can put this in your journal or whatever. So it's got, everyone's a different color, so I'm going to send you a participation sticker. And then when it's all done, I'm going to take the card, and then I'm going to write take what you wrote on the back and kind of put over there on the side, and I'm going to make an ebook. So you'll see the card, you'll see who it's from, where basically I'll put your name or whatever, however you want in the book. So if you don't want your name, or you just want your initials, or you just want Bible Doodle Girl, or whoever you are, that's fine. Whatever you want there, and then why you chose that verse, and then each card will be a separate page, and so that will be an ebook. So if you participate, you will get that for free. Anyway, I'm very excited. So okay, so that's what you get when you sign up. Right, so let's see. Just want to go over my list. So, we need to turn this around because this starts on the 31st. Let me go back to me. There we go. All right, so it starts on the 31st. So I need you to get your cards back to me as soon as possible, and that way we can get everything going and posted, and Jen can get everything organized, and we're all good. So this runs like a well-oiled machine. So so how do I pick a verse? So there's lots of ways that you can pick a verse. So and I don't know, I have examples here, but okay, well, I did this one. Okay, I did this one on paper. I didn't do this for real. So anyway, so there's this one. So that's this one, raw sienna, and I will show you. So you could do something about raw or sienna or brown or trees or the leaves of fall. You could do Ecclesiastes, everything has a season. You could do a house. You could do anything brown. So you can go from there. Sienna means brown, so maybe that wasn't the best choice. Maybe because, and not all colors have a name. Like that one doesn't. That's just 7415. And this one is tiger lily. So this one is fiesta. You could do the wedding party fiesta. Just any. So if the color or the name triggers something, that's great. But if not, then we have this number, this Pantone color, 17. There you go, 17, 14, 36. Right. So you could do you could find a verse that's 17, chapter 17, verse 14. You could do, let me turn around to look. You could do chapter 14, verse 36. You could do the middle numbers. You could do 714. Any number combination that makes sense to you is fine. Or if you just like, I just feel like this is the verse I'm supposed to do, then you should do that verse, right? So it's totally up to you. I'd love you if you could relate it to the color, but it is not a requirement. It's just a suggestion. So, and also if you like the color you get, you go like, I got nothing. then post what your color is in the Facebook group, and we will give you ideas. And I promise I will participate vigorously to give you lots of ideas about every color, because I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, my favorite color is rainbow. So I'm like, this is just like a kid in the candy shop for like all these colors, and what can I do with them? So I'm very excited. So anyway, so here's some, I did not, I'm going to go overhead. I did not, these are just copies. So they're just waiting for you to do this. So this one, there we go. I decided to do the how deep, how wide, and how high, and how long is God's love for you. So I know that's kind of a paraphrased. And so if you get a dark card, I think there's a couple ways you could do it. So first of all, how did I choose the verse? I decided how deep, so I used the deep as my clue there, deep cobalt. And then I used a white signal pin. But you know, I don't really want you to go out and buy more stuff that you don't, if you don't already have it. So another way to do this is to actually just maybe cut like a 2-inch square and do the verse on that and glue it on there. That could be a choice instead of, or if you have paint, you could paint like with your really fine brush. Maybe you could paint this in and then write, just cut a little piece of paper out and write the verse on. Or if your verse is really long, you could just write the verse here. If I could, you know, so maybe I could just do UPH 317. So maybe if I, and write better than I did. So, you know, so if you have a verse really long or you really want to just focus on the icon, then just draw the icon and then just write the verse at the bottom. So just spend some time with the Lord with this card, honoring His word. That's really the whole point. That's very excited about it. So that's one way to do it. And don't do like, okay, and so this is a good thing. This is a practice card, right? Because, and so I would encourage you to get a practice card because there's only, I got one set. So, so there's no 2 sets. So here's another one I did, and this is Whisper Pink. So if you have something related to pink, maybe you have a granddaughter, or you just maybe had a grandbaby, you could do, you know, children are a blessing from the Lord, Psalm 127:1. You could do a rattle or pacifier, diaper, or something like that, or do, you know, do that classic baby thing with the, you know, the round, the this, you know, the baby, how we draw babies. All right. So there we go, something like that. But you know, spend more time on your baby, right? Spend more. And these verses were done really quickly, really late in the morning, because I'm going to show you I totally messed up on a verse, and but if that was my only card, I would still send it in, and I'll show you that in a second. So this one I did off Whisper. You know, these are just the beginnings of all that He does, merely a whisper of His power. Who can then comprehend the thunder of His power? So I draw a thunderbolt, and so maybe you'd want to paint that yellow instead of black, but I had to get these done. So that was how that works. So hopefully you'll spend more time on your cards than mine. So this is the raw sienna one I just showed you, and all right, let's just make sure I got no comments. All right, again, this is a dark card, so I used a white pen. And so I just decided, instead of raw, sienna didn't really speak to me. So so basically I went into Google and I typed in verse plus 17:14. And then I tried 14:36. I think those are all the combinations I tried. That one. But I really liked 17:14. Jeremiah 17:14. Oh Lord, you heal me, I will be truly healed. Oh, if you heal me, I will be truly healed. If you save me, I will be truly saved. So I don't know if you can see that. So I got 2 little hands coming up out of the water, grabbing onto a life buoy. So that just was what hit me. And anyway, again, so I just really encourage you to practice first. Don't, because, and the other thing is the cards are, they have a coat. They have like a glossy coat on them. So you're going to need to use a Sharpie pen, And the white signos, actually I have not really done a card, but I think they're going to work okay. So what I did is I went and got a paint chip from the, and so this is the white signo, so they're working well. So I got those on Amazon. I could, I'll post a link, but again, I'm really not dying for you to go out and buy things. And I don't know, I don't have any gel pens, but you can see those work pretty well. So I'm pretty sure that the white signo is going to work okay. A Posca pen would work fine if you have any of those. But again, don't go out and buy things. And worst case scenario, just, you know, take a little, and I guess if I really messed up, I could maybe go to Home Depot and find a complementary color and kind of cut that out and maybe be that my square and put my little icon there and then write my little verse down there. So if I really messed up, that would be a choice. So hopefully, but you're not going to mess up. You're not going to do like me. You're going to do it right the first time. So this is the one I totally messed up. So, okay, so we're going to notice that this is 277. So it was like literally 3 in the morning when I was doing this, not last night, but a couple nights ago. And so, so what did I type in? I did not type in 27:7. I typed in 27:2. Okay, so if I had typed in 27:7, I would have got Proverbs 27:7, which would have been about honey, which would have been a great card, and then I would have been tracking. But no, I typed in 2. I don't know where that came from, which says, let another praise you, not from your own mouth, and a stranger, not your own lips. So I thought, okay, and then lips are really hard to draw, so I kind of like biting my lip, kind of a grr, you know, so not a smile. So, and so what I did was I colored this in colored pencil. First of all, the other thing I did was I started doing this verse on this card, like, duh. So if it was my only card, then I have written the word these is underneath that, the lips. So I thought, oh, I'll draw something and put it on there and glue it on there with rubber cement, right? Rubber cement, right? Rubber cement. There we go. Okay, don't use the white glue because it'll buckle the card. So definitely rubber cement. Or if you have those little sticky back things, 2 sticky back things, then the little sticky back stickers, 2-sided tape things, that might work too. So anyway, but I just thought if at the end of the day this is what I did, I would send it in. I would not like try and fix it. Like, so if you can relate it to the card, great. But if you can't, that's okay. So, but anyway, it's all about getting back. But can you imagine the awesome collection that we're going to have when we see all 100 cards? And I know that there's a church that actively looks to display artwork. And so I was thinking, wouldn't it be so awesome that maybe this could be a collection that might travel? And so maybe your church might be interested in hosting, because I know our church would be. So anyway, so there's that. All right, so got the doodle guidelines, right? So we're going to pick a verse. So if you're really stuck, just post it in the Facebook group, and we will help you get inspiration, okay? And once you find your verse, you're going to practice. And we'd love to see at least one icon, but feel free to, like, if you want to put a border around it or doodles, that's fine. The only thing the other thing really important, we want you to do portrait, not this way. That's bad, right? We want you to do it this way, so they can all be displayed equally nicely this way instead of having this and this. Okay, so we want you to do portraits, right? That's really important. All right, so that's important. So we talked about Sharpie or paint pen. And let's see, for dark colors, so you might want to glue something on it or use a white pen. And so, and on the back of the card again, I want you to write your name, right? And write your name so I know who you are, and then if you really, and like in the book, how you would want your name to be if it's different. And then over here, write why you chose this verse. And it could be because it was blue and I wanted to do clouds, and that's totally fine. But just, and if you just have any insight into this verse, that would be awesome. And then I want you to email me why you chose that verse, and then just a little bit about you, like who you are, where you're from, if there's anything you'd like to share. And this would actually go in the book, so just remember it's going to go in the book. So if you don't want to share that much, or just, you know, hey, I'm Lorraine from California, and that's fine, whatever you'd like to put there. But if you want to say, I'm Lorraine from California and I have 42 grandkids, which I know you don't have 42 grandkids, Lorraine, but just if you did, or I'm just walking with the Lord, or I've been walking with the Lord for 40 years, or I'm newly saved, or whatever you'd like to share. I just think the more people could know about you, the more you want to share, that would just be huge. Okay, call it hot dog or not a hamburger. Okay, all right. So Jenny is saying elementary teachers call it hot dog. Okay, so this is hot dog. This is hamburger. Okay, I never knew that. I just learned something. Hot dog, hamburger. Okay, so somebody, I tried to sign the link you gave and it keeps getting... Okay, so if my links are broken, links are like the bane of my existence. So just go to www.blessinks.com and let's just go there. Let me just do that overhead screen. So you can always just go to the website, all right? So let's go back up to the top. And if you click on the Etsy shop over here, and it will take you to this one right here. So, and you can just sign up for a card there. I have the instructions, and then I've got some examples here. So you're getting a postcard that's like 4 by 6. So anyway, so if my links are broken, I'm sorry. I don't know why my links are broken. I thought I checked them all, so they weren't broken. But I will go back and see if I can fix my links in the Facebook group. But you can always just go to the website and click on Etsy, and it'll take you right through. So, all right. And let's see. Let's go back to me. All right. Let's see. What else do we need to say? Back of the card, email. And if you could also let us know when you popped it in the mail. That way we know it's in the mail and we don't have to worry, and we will not nag you. Otherwise, Jen will hunt you down. Right? So you just hunt you down. Don't make me do that. Just get them back. So that's why we have such a quick turnaround. So let's just get it done, and then we can just sit back for 100 days and just watch the awesome creativeness that we all have in our group. So very excited about that. So, and then the other thing, so I wanted to go over the FAQ. So if you have any questions, I will continue to add to this page. So let me go back there. So there's Blessings Home, right? So there's that, Blessings Home. There's the blog, but then there's the 100-day project. And so it's got the how-tos, and it's got the process. So it... and then it's got the FAQs. So what if I mess up? You're going to figure it out. So can I paste things on the card? Yes, you can. Just be careful. And if you pay something really heavy, it might be more postage. So if it's over an ounce, it needs another 15 cents. So just throwing that out there. So, but if it's just the card by itself, it weighs 7 ounces. So if you don't finish by the deadline, let me go back to me. There we go. So if you don't finish by the deadline, put it back in the mail anyway. So just if you're not finished, or if you haven't started, put it back in the mail. So don't lose it, right? Yes, you can do more than one card. You can sign up for as many as you want. Somebody signed up for 5 cards already, so I'm excited about that. And if you're international, email me and we will see if we can figure something out. So I will check about postage rates and that kind of thing, but I will see if I can send you a card. I would love you to participate. So, because I know all your international people, sometimes they don't get to participate. And I know that you are so loyal and faithful to me, so I would love to figure out a way for that to happen. And will you get your card back at these 5 seconds? No, because I think it's going to be a collective. So you will definitely get a copy of it in the ebook. So, all right. So what other questions? So Renee is just awesome. So we will definitely be very active in the Facebook group. If you have any questions, maybe we will start a thread just for questions. Would that be smart? I don't know. We will do that. And, you know, Renee is like, so if you mess up, don't throw it away, because it's the only card we have. So we do not want to be the 99-day project. We want to be the 100-day project, right? So we need your cards back. So, all right. So do we have any questions? I'm very excited. So I'm going to get, we have several orders already. So I'm going to get those in the mail today. And we will go from there. So I'm very excited. So, All right, just looking to see if we have any more questions. Do I have anything else I need to show you? I showed you the sticker, showed you that. So you're going to get your card in the mail. You're going to get it back to me. You're going to put it in the mail on the 29th, right? And then because the project starts on the 31st. So I'm going to hold one card back. So my card might be the first that posts on the 1st. Can't sit. Anyway, post on the 31st, but I'd rather post your stuff first, but just in case, I'll have a couple of cards ready to go. So this is the hashtags that I will be using. So I'll be using you. So if you go to Instagram, you can type in the 100-Day Project 2021. You can see everybody's project. But if you go to SNB Sketchnote Boss Colors of Love, I tried to do Colors of Love, but it's like a wedding site, so I didn't really feel like I should co-opt somebody else's hashtag. So we're gonna do Sketchnote Boss Colors of Love. And then I'm going to post them daily on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I will post them on my blessings page. I will post them in the Sketchnote Boss page. So, all right, and maybe even the Bible Journaling for Non-Artist page. That's Elena Joy's site. So I might post them there too as well. So, all right. So as we wrap up. So if you could get your card today, if you'd like to participate, that'd be huge. And that way I can get it in the mail and you can get it and then you'll have a week or so to work on it. So anyway, let's see. Anything else? All right. All right. Okay. I'm looking at the comments to make sure I didn't make anything else, right? And then also put it on your list for March the 6th. Visual Faith Ministries is going to have an online prayer retreat. It will be free for the 24 hours, but then there'll be there'll be a fee. I'm not really sure what all that is. And some perks if you wanted to sign up to have it for an extended period of time. Anyway, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But there's more to come on that. So, and at these 5 seconds, I don't have any ideas for, well, I do have ideas for February, but just stay tuned. So if you have like an amazing idea for February, you can share that, and we will figure out February. So we probably will not do another Facebook Live until February. So anyway, so I think we got it. So I'm looking at all the things. So get it done and get the card back, and then that's all you have to do is one card and you will participate in the 100-Day Project. So you won't have to do it for 100 days unless you want to do something on your own for 100 days, and I would love to see whatever that is. So it's a lot. It's a big commitment for 100 days, and that's why they say keep it to like 5 or 10 minutes. So that's why I decided last year it about killed me because I was spending